Well, good morning. Kind of good news here. We actually have water. So last week they got out here, got our water hooked up. I was out of town, so couldn't record any of it, unfortunately. But they got it all set up. We kind of have a temporary setup in place right now. So go over here and show you that in a minute. But yeah, so the plan this weekend is to convert from our temporary setup to the permanent setup back here. So we have sand being delivered this morning, and then this evening I go pick up a trencher, and then that'll be my weekend. But I'm gonna grab the GoPro real quick and we'll go show you how we have it ran in the meantime. All right, so I'm walking over here to where the meter is, show you how they set that. So meter's just a few feet from the road, of course, and then it's up to us to run it from there. So get down here to the front of the property. All right, so you can see meters in there, and then they've got their shut off, and then an additional shut off that I'm gonna have to get a protector over so I can access myself. And then temporarily we just ran this PEX line up here, and I had this prepped and ready so they could just hook this up temporarily and then convert it to a hose fitting. And then way over there to the camper. So from where that is to the camper was about 190 feet. So I have two 100-foot heavy-duty hoses, and we just ran those across. So yeah, that's our temporary setup for the moment. Downside of that is it's summer, it's super hot. 200 foot of water in the lines. If you go in the evening to take a shower, you put full cold on and it is scalding hot. So you got to run the water a while just to get it down cool enough to get in. But then we ran that all the way over here. Yeah, then the line comes on around here up into the camper. So Shanna's smiling because she has water now. No more hauling it in. Now I'll head back over here a little bit, show you next steps. So meter line's gonna come through here just next to my rock pile. Got my tarp out ready for sand. That's supposed to be dropped off today to put around the line, but then it will come through there. Try not to make you dizzy panning around, and then come up this direction toward the pad. And you can see I've got my yard hydrant out and ready. T-post to stabilize it, fittings, and it is going to end up going just next to where that 2x is. Of course the sewer line will go that direction, and the sewer is buried from there that way. That's why we can't put it on that side. So yeah, I'll just come over about that far, put the yard hydrant there, and then trench out.
I'm short.
I know it. So yeah, so like I said, we'll sit around, wait on the sand to get here. Once that's dropped off, then later the end of day today, we've got the trencher reserved. I'll go pick that up, and then we have that all weekend. So in the meantime, if I have some free time during the day, I'm gonna start digging the hole where the yard hydrant's gonna go, because that does have to be a bigger diameter, because I'm gonna put that 5-gallon bucket in there, have it run through that to hold all my stone, because it is the freeze-proof yard hydrant that drains down. So I gotta have that stone down there, but I'll show you all that as it goes.
It's gonna be a busy weekend because you gotta do that, and then I gotta go up the top and
yeah,
mow.
we gotta mow.
It's gonna be a busy weekend.
Yep. So a lot to do, but we're accomplishing stuff now, so this is cool. So as I get into it this weekend, I'll share how it's going. All right, so it's not even noon yet. We've already hit our first hiccup. Pretty pissed off at the moment. Had my guy lined up to bring sand, because of course gonna line a few inches of sand at the bottom of the trench, lay the line in it, then cover it in sand, and then backfill it from there. He said probably pretty dang early Friday morning when he gets here. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I get up early. Yeah, so mid-morning reach out to him, like, hey, where you at? And he's like, oh yeah, I can't make it. I'm like, well, that's freaking nice to know now, because it's Friday mid to late morning. Can't get anyone else out here. I gotta go pick the trencher up this afternoon, so don't really have time to even go get a truckload, and I'd probably need 2-3 truckloads because of the weight of it with my truck. But yeah, a couple days notice, I could have got some with a dump trailer or something like that out here. But so now I don't know if we're going to just trench it and leave it till Monday and let him bring it, or if we say screw it and just backfill it with dirt, just make sure all the rock's out of it. I know you're not really supposed to, but I don't know. I'm angry enough now that like I'm just going to work on digging the hole for the yard hydrant and get that kind of set until I have to go pick up the trencher. But yeah, I'm going to do that and go from there. All right, so came out earlier, got the hole dug for where the yard hydrant will go. I've got it down to about 28 inches deep. If you go by zip codes out here in the weather data, frost line's 15 inches. By code, it's 24 though. So I'm placing the water line 24 to 26. So the idea is to get the trencher, go down 30 inches deep, a little bit of sand, water supply line, a little bit more sand, backfill dirt. But it's Friday evening. Picked this up just into the day for the weekend rental. Not doing much tonight, but I'm gonna go ahead and just start trying to get a hang of it. That way in the morning when I start up, I can just haul butt down there. It's about 215 feet to where the meter is. So hopefully we don't hit much rock. If not, it should go quick. If we do, we'll adjust. But yeah, I'm gonna fire it up and see how it goes. Probably should have started down there, because now it's like going downhill. I could have been backing uphill.
I said, is that too close to the septic?
No, I'm purposely coming in and turning this way away from it.
Okay.
I understand there's something right there.
I know, I was just making sure this angle it looks like you're
Well,
gone.
come this angle and look. Don't make me turn it off every 30 seconds because you're at the wrong angle. So, get some of that.
I wonder if like Dollar General or somewhere like that would have paint. You don't get like.
Where'd my tape measure go?
Oh, it's inside. I'll just grab it. I used it.
I'm like, I had it out here so I don't have to get stuck later and go looking for it.
Hey, I had to use it for a minute.
That's about 24. I definitely need to go lower. So it'll come back up.
Start
Try to
right
catch
there.
that. Yep. It might be a morning thing.
Yep. You at least got the feel of it.
A little bit.
You want to keep this out?
Yeah. Yep, keep it out here somewhere. Alright, so just did a couple feet there, just get a feel for it. It's hotter than heck out here. So I might put my fittings together, do some of that stuff this evening as I'm tinkering around, but I'm gonna wait till early tomorrow morning when it's nice and cool, and then we'll come out here and just get to it.
Yep.
Alright, so it's about 8:30 Saturday morning. Not too much to go here, just gotta dig. So I'm gonna fire up the trencher and get to trenching, so hopefully this goes smooth. Yeah, dog's not happy. Alright, well, my tape measure keeps disappearing somehow.
I didn't do it this time.
Okay. But tried to go the full 30 inches down with it and come back, but if there's multiple layers of roots or anything, of course you grab that and it just bogs it down. So it looks like I'm gonna have to make a couple different passes. But once I raised it up, just did about a foot down, moved pretty smooth, so I just have to come back and do a couple passes like that and see how far I want to go with it. But got to find tape measure to see how far I'm even going now.
I'm not a joyride, a hit and run. I thought I loved you and you thought I was fun. I'm moving on down the road. Watch me as I go, watch me as I go. Should I look both ways before you cross me, baby? 'Cause I don't break for boys. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I got a new love. He runs for miles. 67 fastback. Oh, it's just my style. We're headed down the road. Just enjoy the show. Watch me as I go. Should've looked both ways before you cross me, baby. 'Cause I don't break for boys. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Alright, so not going as smooth as I'd like, but not terrible either. I mean, we did the septic through here and you could tell it was some rocky stuff in the soil, but it's not rock, it's not solid. So it's a lot of this stuff. Like you can see, just one little boulder. Nothing major, but enough that when the trencher hits it, it bucks you around and wants to bog down, so then you have to dig these little things out. So I had 2 or 3 of these over about 15 foot that I've had to dig out. So that slows you down a lot. And Shanna's got a lot of running around, so I'm solo. So you gotta stop, pull all the dirt and stone away from the blade, then go back, see if you're hitting anything, and take other passes. So that slows you down quite a bit. Other problem is I'm going downhill, so it wants to buck up anyway. So I'm gonna switch things up, and I'm gonna go down to near the drive where the tightest spot I have to hit is, and then I'm gonna start working my way uphill to this. So then at least the weight of it, the machine is kind of pushing down to help. Then I'll come back, connect into this, and then we'll probably go down by the meter and then connect up halfway. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch up my methods a little bit and see if I can get it going a little faster.
I'm moving on. Should've let both ways before you cross me, baby, 'cause I don't break for boys. I'm moving on, hey, got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way, best of luck. I'm moving on, oh, got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way, best of luck. I'm moving on, oh, got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way, best of luck. I'm moving on, oh, I'm moving on.
Yeah, so doing this kind of works. We at least marked out a line from about the midpoint up, and then I've at least got a track to follow. I'm gonna go ahead and go down by the meter down there and do the same thing to here, so I at least have my whole line marked and at least 6-7 inches down. Then as I come back through, as I'm hitting rocks and it starts to jump, I just lift up, go past it, back down. But then at least I'm getting more of a trench this way, and then I can come back and just dig those rocks out or bust them out. Like I said, they're the size of the ones I was showing you earlier. But it's just a matter of knocking them loose and the dirt around it so you can lift them up out of there. Then you can come back through. I'll just have to keep making passes. But the idea is I got until Monday morning, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep making passes, keep getting deeper and deeper, and see what we get done. All right, so we just took a quick lunch break. Kind of have a method going here. I mean, I spent about 2 hours this morning on this. There's a couple spots that we have the full depth, but then I've got at least about a 6 to 8 inch trench marked all the way from the road up to where the hydrant will go. So we at least have the path now defined, and then some spots deeper than others. Shanna put off her workout a little bit today so she can help. Dogs running around. Side by sides are coming, so it might get loud in a minute. Okay, but you can see hydrant will go there. Trench down, you can see some of it get, like there was a rock I hit there, so I had to jump over. Then you get up here, you get spots like this. Not a big rock, but enough I'm gonna have to get my bust bar thing and bust that thing out of there. And then a couple other little spots across there, but it goes all the way down around over there to the road. So luckily Shanna's helping. But yeah, good start for a couple hours in. Now we'll just go ahead and fire back into it. See how much we can get done today, but at least between today and tomorrow we should get the majority of it. Let me scoop a little.
There's one.
Yeah. So that was holding it in. Pull that thing out. And can you get under it now? Lift a little. I'm stuck on this. Hold on. Yeah, not gonna work.
Well, I think it goes.
Yeah, there's more.
There's more to it.
Yeah, there's several of them stacked. All right.
Need my help?
Hold on.
Okay.
Woo!
Might have a blister there.
Yeah,
Oh well.
that's a big one.
Yeah.
That's what she said. You got it?
Well,
Can you get it?
That's what I was gonna see.
You can just flip it.
Actually, we're gonna flip it that way, I think. I think it's gonna be easier to flip it this way.
Okay.
Because that way you're going up really hilly.
Harry. Alright, if you can get another, I'll get part. You can get it up vertical. Start to get it. And okay. At least one more.
Don't go backwards.
I see it.
I can flip it now. I can probably get it out of the way. I just need to slap that. Okay, it's out of our way.
Good job. Okay, so it's about 4:30, hotter than sin. We both probably about got heat exhaustion, so we're calling it a day. We had a good little run here. GoPro turned off earlier because it's too hot out, but turn around, walk this, and show you what we got. I mean, dug those rocks out and those rocks out. We can see through here, that's just about a foot down, but then it gets down to about 30 inches through here. And from here all the way down to the meter is about 30 inches, other than that rock right there. So got to dig that out. And then there's a rock right there. Can't really see in this. But we're 30 inches all the way down through there. So made it from there up to where the trencher is. And then if we walk up this way, we at least have the trench started from there up. So this is where we were digging the rocks out earlier, so we should be able to get deeper through that now. And then I just kind of scored it. You can see we dug a rock out there. And then up to where the hydrant will go, which is down there, which I've got that down to about 30 inches. So that'll end Saturday. So we'll pick this up first thing in the morning when it's cooler out. I'll probably get those rocks down there busted, get that to full depth, and then start turning up this direction. All right, so it's Sunday morning. You can tell the sun's not even up over the trees yet, so getting started early before it gets hot, plus there's a chance of rain today. But yes, this big stretch back here, there's about 3 spots with some rocks cutting across, so I gotta dig out real quick, and then I'll go back through one more time to get the depth on that. And then it's just turning and doing the same thing, working my way up today and hoping I get done. So I'm gonna hop in and see how far we get. All right, so it's just afternoon. We did an early lunch today. Shanna had to go up top to keep that mowed, so I've been down here working on this. She did help me dig 1 or 2 of these big rocks out, but I've now made one complete pass back from the bottom. For the most part, it's all 1 to 2 feet at least. Several stints are 30 inches down. Hit some of these rocks. I've been just having to figure, I can kind of tell when I'm hitting them. Lift the trencher up, go around them, back down, and then made my way up. Then we've dug a few more out, so I'm gonna spin it around from here and then do that back down and see if maybe just loosening some of that. But if you get down here, you'll see. All right, so you can kind of see areas like that where there's a rock I had to come up over, and then it gets back down. So I've got these, but down that way I got a good stint where it's fully 30 inches. So yeah, trying to harness my inner Harry Stamper here and make my 200 feet, but it's a struggle. So like I said, it's just noon, so I got several more hours today, so I'm gonna keep working my way back and forth. But then end of day, I'll have to load the trencher back up, take it back first thing in the morning, and then it'll just be digging some of these rocks out and then getting a pickaxe to get the last little bits. As long as I get it all at least 24 inches or deeper, then I'll just level it to 24 inches with the sand and then go from there. But I'm gonna catch a breather, get some water, and then get back at it. Okay, so I'm calling it a day. I might just tinker out here a little bit this evening, but I went ahead and loaded up the trencher. That way it's ready to go back first thing in the morning. Has to be back around 8 a.m. But I got most of the depth I need across here. Like I said, we're down to 3-4 spots that need to dig out some big rocks. And then the other thing I've done, on my rake, I put a blue mark here. So that mark is 26 inches. So now I just go down through here, set this down in the trench. If it makes 26 inches, I'm good. If not, I keep digging. A lot of the areas are down to the 30 inches. But then tomorrow when the sand gets here, I can start just get everything down to at least that 25, 26 inch mark, and then level it to 24 inches so there's a level bed of sand for the pipe. But I planned on doing this video and doing the whole water thing, have running water to the yard hydrant by the end, but this video is probably already longer than it should be, and it's been an exhausting weekend, and now I've just got to tinker on this in the evenings. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, but I'll probably start the next one with getting these last few rocks dug out, show how I'm setting the hydrant, switch the fitting over from the old pipe to the new one, and then get water running over here. So that should be the next video, and then we'll go from there, see how the timeline hits for the building getting here and a few other projects we're doing. But as always, appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yes.
You tired enough yet?
Yes, I'm very tired.
A lot of trenching.